Hi guys, welcome to CCASA's How to Order a Product. Today we're going to look at how to order discretionary trusts. So again, this training session or this informational session assumes that you have a log on for CCASA Docs. So if you just jump in, log on, and we're going to be seeing, you'll see this screen here. Down this side, as you're aware, will be all the order numbers, what the name of it is, what the product is, trust, company, etc. And obviously the other information through there. So if you click on the new button, we get this little list pops up, and you can order any of these products, but the one we're doing today is obviously discretionary trust, which is also known as a family trust, and occasionally we see people calling them property trusts, but it's a discretionary trust. So once you click in, you get up this, so you need to have your information ready to go. So through this, what we do is with a trust name, one thing to remember is it's not like a company, it's not like a business name. A trust name is not registered anywhere. So the trustee acts and signs on behalf of the trust, whereas a business name or a company have directors or proprietors. So the trust name is not registered, therefore it can be whatever you want. Okay, bear in mind that if you put in there a trust name of something like Coca-Cola, passing off laws and trademark infringements and copyrights will come into play. So you still need to be careful, because when you're picking a name, you've still got to think, am I infringing copyright? Am I infringing someone's trademark? Or am I going to be falling foul of the passing off laws? So I'm just going to put in here, we'll call it the Samsung, if I can type better, it would be good, the Samsung Trust, just because that's what I can pick. Binder, you can pick either none, or you can go with a burgundy or charcoal binder. These binders look exactly the same as a company binder. They're just 20 mils instead of 40 mil, and they do come at a small cost, but we do see a lot of people ordering with binders. Jurisdiction, that's another one that you've got to think about, okay, because South Australia has different clauses within the deed that is required under South Australian law. Do remember these trusts are state-based as well. So, for example, if it's a New South Wales trust, you've got to pay stamp duty, whereas if it's a West Australian trust, there's no stamp duty. So just have a good think about the state you want. If you're buying property as an investment in a family trust in New South Wales, I would pick New South Wales as your state. There's no point in having a Victorian trust and buying stuff in Queensland, for example, or trading in Queensland with your trust. So pick the state that you're going to operate in, but just bear in mind there is stamp duty implications on different amounts too with different states. So for this training, I'm just going to pick ACT. ABN required, yes or no. So, you know, again, CCASA can only do ABNs for accountants, accounting firms. We can't do them for the general public. But if you want an ABN, you simply click yes, and you'll notice now it's opened up these extra tabs here. So we've gone through this, we'll go next. So we'll come in here, the main business activity for an ABN. So as an accountant, you know, you'll be familiar with a lot of these, but just quickly, main business activity. Let's say we're selling tyres, email for notices can be anything. We'll just use my email address for now. Business category, car tyres, for example. Urgent request, no. Application reason, new business, no. Request tax file number, that's up to you. You can say yes, at a cessation date if you want one. Generally that's left blank. We go to the next column. This is where, because you're the accountant, we'd like to set this up under your ATO portal. So put in your agent name here, so it can be ABC Accounting, for example. You put in your registration name, registration number I should say. Your contact there we'll use as me, because for this exercise. GST, do you want GST yes or no? So let's say you say yes. Counting cash lodgement, we'll go quarterly. Let's pick over 20 million. Imported goods, no. Okay, go next. Pay as you go. In this case, well, let's go yes, just so you can see it. Payment summary delivery, we ATO supplied. Payment summary medium, we can pick electronic or paper. Obviously here we can print your own or ATO supplied. Number of employees, let's say 5. Number withheld, let's go 100 grand. And non-resident reporting, no. Okay, so that's just going through your ABN, pay as you go, and GST. If you want it, that's the questions you're going to need. So we'll go next and let's get into the trust information. So settler, please remember that your settler cannot be related by marriage or blood to anybody who is as a trustee, appointer, or a beneficiary. They cannot be related. You can use your best mate, you can use the man down the road, you can use your accountant, you can use someone from CCASA, you can use anybody other than someone who's related by marriage or blood to you. And we'll understand more of that when we get to beneficiaries. So settler name here, I'm going to put in Lacey today because I've got a Lacey external hard drive sitting beside me. Settled sum, most settled sums that come through are $10. Again, you can put whatever value you like. Effectively, for want of a better explanation, it's what you're going to use to open the bank account. So you're settling this trust for $10. Put in your street. Again, I'm going to go with the shortest way. I'm just going to put in as above in all these. I'll pick a state. Let's go with ACT because that's where you picked it from. And we'll pop that in. So you would obviously fill this out correctly. When I'm a settler, I use the CCASA address of Unit 761 Walters Drive or Level 16414 Latrobe in Melbourne. So I just pick whichever one, depending on what I'm doing. So trustees, again, the trustee is the person who is signing on behalf of the trust. They are the representative. So where a document's got to be signed, the trustee signs on behalf of the trust. So you can have a company as a corporate trustee. If you select yes, it just opens up the ACN button here. So we can put the ACN in. If you say no, it's going to be a corporate trustee. I'm not going to go through the benefits of a corporate trustee versus an individual trustee. I am just going through how we fill out the form. So in here, the trustee, I'm going to make myself. Again, some people don't like to have the trustee, appointer and beneficiaries all the same. Some people do. That's not for me to get into the reasons behind that. It's just for me to show you how to fill out the form. So Australian Capital Territory, and we do that. If I want a joint trustee, so I want to make my wife a trustee, I just simply click that add other, and you can put in the same here, okay? We will assume that their address is the same, but because they should be, but we'll just pop this in here now so we can put this in. And then you've got your joint trustees, okay? There's no point in us having a button up here, joint trustee, yes or no. We just simply do that. Then we go to the next one, which is your appointers, and you have the choice of individual, which means that only one person is the appointer, only one person signs to remove or appoint a trustee, only one person signs wherever an appointer will sign. Individual and its successor, well, we just explained what an individual is, so it's exactly the same. However, should that appointer become incapacitated or die, then the successor automatically steps into play. Again, you know, you probably can cover all that off with a will. Speak to your lawyers or chat to CCASA. We can point you in the right direction of a great lawyer to do your wills. Or joint appointer means both person A and person B must sign to appoint or resign a trustee, or anything where an appointer has to sign. Both people would need to sign. So let's just do individual for this one, which only means I have to sign, nobody else has got to sign. And we go next. Exclude foreign beneficiaries. You've got to have a bit of a discussion. Does the person have any blood or married people that are in foreign locations overseas? Do you want to exclude them? There's tax benefits and ramifications through having yes and no. In this case, I want to say yes. Now, a beneficiary, generally, we just put mum and dad, okay? Or husband, wife, or if it's two people just living together, we put their names as the two beneficiaries. Because with our trusts and with most trusts, what the trust says is, let's put in my name here. So the trust is going to say, the beneficiaries of the trust is your primary beneficiary, Craig Stevens, his children and his children's children, Craig's brothers and sisters, Craig's mum and dad, and Craig's aunts and uncles. So it automatically has that very big family sort of concept with this. So you don't need to put in all the children. If you want to, you can. It's not going to, we're still going to put it through without a problem, but just remember you don't need to. So in this case, I want to have my wife as well as a beneficiary. So let's pop her in here. And then we have finished the application for a new trust, okay? So now once we've got to that process, we've got everything in, we simply click this Save and Review button, and that will then bring us to this. So we just always, please, just cast your eyes over this screen. It's always good just to make sure that what you've done is correct. So this gives us a bit of information. You know your order number. Okay, we obviously know that it's 546 where I am now on the 3rd of July. The name of the trust, it's an ACT, no binder, ABN, yes please. Here's obviously our ABN, GST and PAYG information through this middle section. Then we come through here, we've got my external hard disk as my settler. Settled sum is $10 and that's the address. Of course, please don't use a fake name. It's got to be a real person and the name must be as per their passport. The appointer is an individual. Full name is Craig Stevens. Again, the name must be as per their passport. Trustees, corporate trustee, no. Again, names and addresses must be as per their passport, and street address. Wherever you see an address, please use street address. Beneficiaries, exclude foreign beneficiaries. Yes, we are in this case. Again, full name as per the passport, and the address needs to be as per a street address. So then we just simply click place order. And that's now sending the order off to CCASA and it's now awaiting approval. So when the lawyers jump in, the lawyers will see this, they'll approve it. This will then turn blue and say approved. If you're a credit customer, you'll be fine then to go straight in here, go review and download your documents. If you're a cash customer, once you've paid, we'll set it as being paid and then you'll be able to come in here. Now I can't click on any of these because the lawyers haven't approved the documents. But that's what you'll see. Once it's all approved, all paid up if you're a cash or if you're credit, it'll be automatic. As soon as those lawyers go in and click the approve button for that, these will be black and you'll be able to click on them and download them as a PDF. The beauty about that is in 3 years' time, you can still come back here and click on the document you want and download. All right, well, thank you very much. That concludes our training for how to order discretionary trust. Bye for now.